those days, Jesus crossed the far shore of the Sea of Galilee.
And a great multitude of people followed him, because they had seen the miraculous signs he had performed upon the sick.
And the disciples said to Jesus, "Where are we going to buy food for the people to eat?"
Oh, sorry.
What?
I've eaten them.
What?
I've eaten my sardine sandwiches.
But you can't.
I have.
You're supposed to offer your sardine rolls so Jesus could feed the 5,000.
Well, like I said, sorry.
Sorry, hardly seems adequate.
It was my packed lunch and I was hungry.
But what about the crowd?
What crowd?
This crowd, the whole 5,000, waiting to be fed.
What about them?
Look, you silly little boy. It was your sardine rolls that were supposed to feed them.
Yeah, well, you said it. They were my sardine rolls and I was hungry. Anyway, if this Jesus is such a hotshot, he ought to be able to pour a delicious meal out of thin air.
But the whole point of the story is God wants us to use what we have, however small.
To share round what he's given us.
And you have just wolfed the lot.
And the 5,000 are still hungry.
Well, like I said, sorry.
Bail!
I am failing.
Oh, bail harder! We're going to sink at this rate.
Well, if we do, it'll be your fault.
I somehow knew it would be.
Can't we get back to the shore?
I don't know in which direction the shore is anymore. Oh, I think I'm going to be sick again.
Oh, do it over the side this time.
Keep bailing. Do you want us to sink?
Oh, let's not walk all round the lake, you said. Let's hire a boat and sail across it, you said. It'll be a pleasure, you said. Didn't you check the weather forecast?
Well, you were the one who wanted a day out. It wasn't my idea to go traipsing off into the wilderness to hear that teacher Jesus preach. It'll be fun, you said. Well, it's been a disaster from start to finish. There's someone else caught out here, see?
Where I can't see anybody.
Over there. It's another boat. Ahoy!
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's those friends of Jesus, you know, the ones who took the boat to get away from the crowd. I bet they're going to Gennesaret too.
It looks as if they're in as much trouble as we are. Ahoy! Ahoy!
Here, Thaddeus.
Yes, Lydia?
How deep is this lake?
Oh, very deep, Lydia. Very, very deep. Why?
Well, it's just that there appears to be somebody taking a stroll across it.
Good grief. There is someone walking on the water.
Isn't it that Jesus?
What's he doing out here?
He's going towards that boat and... Oh! There's somebody getting out of the boat and walking towards him. Oh, he appears to be getting shorter.
He's not getting shorter, dear. He's sinking.
Oh, look, Jesus is reaching out to Peter. Oh, Jesus is rescuing Peter. Oh, look, they're getting back in the boat.
Here we are, about to drown in the middle of the lake, and Jesus spends his time fishing for fishermen who are too stupid to stay on the inside of their boat. What about us?
Thaddeus.
Oh, I'm going to die. I see my life flashing before me. Oh, have you got a straw? I want to clutch at it.
Oh, Thaddeus, look. Open your eyes. The wind stopped.
Don't interrupt. I'm preparing to meet my maker.
I think you'll find him in that boat over there.
Well, 1 minute we're caught out here in a howling wind, and the next minute it's calm.
Yeah, lovely. Isn't that the miracle you wanted? A calm sea and we're saved.
A calm sea. Not a breath of wind.
No.
A miracle. Oh, Just one thing, though.
What's that, dear?
No oars.
What? Well, come on. There's only one thing for it.
What's that?
Well, it's only a few miles to the shore. We'll have to walk.
Oh, no.
He's pathetic. He's absolutely pathetic.
Have you finished complaining? You're wearing me out.
Oh, I am sorry. Flippin' heck, it's hard work hanging on these crosses.
I don't think the Roman authorities designed them for their comfort values.
You ain't kidding there, pal. But all that rubbish he's been spouting on about being the Son of God, I don't hear him saying much about all that now. In actual fact, he's not said anything at all, has he?
Can't get a word in edgeways.
Oh, ho, ho.
Why don't you just let him die in peace?
Did he just say something? Or am I imagining things?
Yeah, I think he did.
Beg your pardon, mate. But what did he say then?
I don't think you'll believe me if I tell you.
Come on, try me out.
I think he said, "Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they're doing."
What? Don't know what they're doing? Yes, they do, mate. They're making us suffer the most undignified death imaginable. Forgive them? I know what I'd do to them given half a chance.
That's exactly what got you here in the first place.
Thanks for reminding me. Listen, mate, if you really are the Son of God, stop messing about. Prove it by saving yourself. And while you're at it, you can save me too. Don't bother about him though. He's a right criminal.
We deserve to die for our crimes. We can't have any complaints. But him? Well, he ain't done nothing wrong. Jesus, will you remember me when you come into your kingdom?
Well, what did he make of your final request then?
He promised me that today I would be with him in paradise.
Well, this ain't really my idea of paradise, I must say. Still, each to his own.
Just a few more hours.
Blimey, it's got dark all of a sudden, and it's only midday.
Yeah, you're right. Pitch black.
Gosh, Commander, who do you think it's going to be? It might be a Roman emperor, or a king, or a famous poet.
Possibly, but it's certainly going to be somebody mighty special. Stand to attention, flying officer. Here she comes.
He weren't kidding about his kingdom and all that.
I beg your pardon?
This is paradise, isn't it, Gov?
Yes.
Terrific.
Well, we like it, madam.
Like it? Do us a favour, this is fantastic.
What have you done in your life that would gain you entry?
Done? You mean done in?
Sorry.
I've done in a few people, you know, worked them over, done a bit of blag. Robbery with violence, GBH. Know what I mean? I tell you, if I'd known about this place and seen all this here, I wouldn't have wasted my time on Pontius Pilate's country residence. Nah, I'd have been up here and ripped this place off.
But suppose, Commander...
Suppose what?
Well, suppose we have made a dreadful error.
You're not telling me that all these trumpets and hallelujahs and banqueting and splendid apparel are for the benefit of a common criminal? I'm going to the top to get official verification.
But Commander, don't leave me on my own. It might be dangerous. Still here, are you?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Thought I'd have a look around.
That's really nice. May I ask, who brought you here?
Jesus, that was the geezer's name. What's up with you? Got stomach cramp or something?
Oh, blessed Lord, may glory be given to your name.
Jesus. There we were, both dying for our crimes, only I could see he'd done nothing wrong. I thought, what's a poor Charlie like that wind up on death row for? Then I knew he were no ordinary geezer. There was something different about him. People weeping and holding on to his feet, and him talking about coming into his kingdom. I said, listen, mate, remember me when you come into that kingdom? And he looked at me. You never seen eyes like them. Looking, searching, probing right into my soul. And then he speaks to me, straight up, bangs to rights. He says, this day you will be with me in paradise. That was the nicest thing anyone had said to me all day. Paradise, I said. Where's that? And he said, nothing. He just smiled. In all that agony, he smiled. Well, I didn't know where paradise was, but if he was going to be there, I wanted in on the act. Know what I mean?
This is so very embarrassing. I have just made a complete fool of myself with the Archangel Gabriel. I said there's been a terrible mistake. This person's only a common criminal. There's nothing special about her at all. And he said, what is your definition of special? And before I had time to answer, he said, surely a personal invitation from the Lord of life makes a person special enough. You are to be guest of honour.
Somebody's birthday, is it?
Yes, yours. Incredible, isn't it? The last shall be first, and the first last. Oh, amazing thing, this gospel.
Gospel? What's that?
Well, strictly speaking, it's the justification by faith through the word of...
Just if you what?
Oh, we really must do something about explaining this to people.
We might even have to rethink our theology.
I don't see what zoology's got to do with it. All I know is I was being executed for my crimes, and now I've ended up in paradise. It's flipping marvellous.
Flipping marvellous. I suppose that's quite a good way of putting it.
It's flipping marvellous.
Hallelujah! Praise the Lord. It's flipping marvellous.
Flipping marvellous. Flipping
Could you?
I thought it was the right thing to do in the circumstances.
The right thing to do, to give away our tomb to this what's-his-name from Nazareth.
His name's Jesus.
I don't care what his name is. What I care about is you giving away our tomb without telling me.
Well, I'm telling you now.
Oh, well, it's a bit late now.
There wasn't time before.
You could have made time.
What was I supposed to do? Bring the body back here and say, what about giving this chap a berth in our family grave?
I just don't see why you had to get involved.
Because he needed a tomb.
And we need a tomb.
Not as much as he does.
How come?
Because he's dead.
Yeah, and we'll be dead one day. What are we supposed to do then?
Not a lot, I should both think.
You never take me seriously. I sometimes wonder why I married you, Joseph of Arimathea.
Oh, look. I'm sorry if I've upset you. But what's done is done. We can always get another tomb.
But that one was special.
Yes, I know it meant a lot to you.
Well, it should have meant a lot to you too. It was a wedding present.
Only your mother would give a tomb for a wedding present.
Don't speak about my mother in that tone.
Sorry.
She was very thoughtful.
I know, but I just didn't know what to say when she took us out to look at it. Thanks. Just what we always needed. Oh, can't wait to try it out.
Anything would have been better than what you did say.
Oh, don't start on about that again.
You told her she was welcome to use it any time she liked.
Well, what I meant
Yeah,
was...
I know what you meant. You never did like my family.
Well, look, there's plenty of room left.
Ooh, you're not suggesting we could still use it.
I don't see why not.
Ooh, over my dead body. Look, the man was a common criminal.
He wasn't.
Oh, so why was he executed?
Those were trumped-up charges.
Here, you're not one of his followers, are you?
Well, I just thought some of the things he said were interesting.
Interesting, the man was off his head.
Nonsense.
He claimed he was the Messiah. If those aren't delusions of grandeur, I don't know what are.
Perhaps he was the Messiah.
So why couldn't he afford his own tomb?
Excuse me.
Yes?
I'm looking for Mr. and Mrs. Joseph of Arimathea.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I'm from Gethsemane Garden in Maintenance. We look after the plot of land outside your tomb. Afraid your account's overdue.
Oh, typical. Full of grand gestures, too busy to pay
I've got
the
a
bill.
check. I'll do a check.
Look, we're not needing your services anymore.
Oh, why, aren't you satisfied with us?
Oh, I'm perfectly satisfied with you. It's my husband I'm not satisfied with, giving away our family tomb.
There we are.
And it was such a lovely tomb, don't you think?
Well, as tombs go.
Oh, it was lovely. And now it belongs to somebody else.
Look, I'm sure the gentleman's
Don't
very...
interrupt. Now then, tell me, what would you do?
Well, I'll ask for it back, I suppose.
Well, it's a bit late for that. He's dead already.
Oh, so where is he now then?
What do you mean, where is he now? He's in the tomb.
In your tomb?
Doesn't anybody listen to a word I say? Yes, he's in our tomb.
I'm just surprised I didn't see him there this morning.
Well, you wouldn't. There's a great big rock over the entrance.
There's no great big rock across the entrance.
Yes, there was.
No, there wasn't.
There was.
There wasn't.
Must be. I put it there.
There wasn't. And as far as I could see, the tomb looked pretty empty. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be on my way.
Tomb, it's empty.
It must have been grave robbers.
Empty.
Grave robbers.
No nasty strangers cluttering it off.
But what I don't understand is how they got past the guards.
That means we can use it anytime we like.
After all, he couldn't have got out by himself, could he?
Our wedding tomb.
Could he?
And it's got such a lovely view.
Yes, it's me. Don't look so surprised. It had to happen sooner or later.
We'll walk this
It's all
land
over town, you know.
with
All this
hearts on
melodramatic
fire,
stuff about bones and skulls, churchyards,
and every
little
breath will be
layers
a
of dust
prayer.
everywhere. I'm just a predictable, normal person.
Hope is rising, new
All
day
this talk about
dawning.
salvation making the grave. It's rubbish. No one makes the grave.
Sounds of
It's
singing
impossible.
fills the air.
Sing even the smallest of
Kids
It's burning bright across the land. Hearts are waiting, awakening once again.
What are you doing? Get back! Get back! caused the young man to eat his lunch so the 5,000 didn't get fed. All these people of faith. I made Peter stumble while walking across the water to Jesus, and I made sure that all the inns were full. Baby Jesus born in a disease-ridden stable. The young mother who lost her daughter in a paddling pool, I made sure that happened. Love gone, faith gone! The man who lost his devoted mother to cancer, he was only 13. Love gone, life gone, faith gone! Yes, I take love. I take life. I take faith. I take everything!
With hearts of fire and every step a wheel of prayer. God's is rising, new day dawning, songs of singing fills the air. Thousands of years and still the same is burning bright across the land. After waiting, longing, aching for awakening once again. Let the flame burn brighter in the heart of the darkness, turning night to glorious day. Let the love grow stronger, as the love grows stronger. Let it shine, let it shine. Walk the truth, speak out for love. In Jesus' name, we shall be strong to lift the fallen, to save the children, to lift the nation, make a song. Let rain be brighter, let the lightest in the heart of darkness, turning night to glorious day. As the sun goes louder, as the love grows stronger, let it shine, let it shine.
What are you doing? Get back! Get back! You belong to me!
That's a lie.
You! But I watched you die on that cross! God had forsaken you!
I have come to release the prisoners.
What do you want? You have no power here! No power belongs to the strongest! I am death! I take everything!
Love conquers everything, even death.
You can't do this. Death is a fact, not a fear. You deal with emotions. I deal with facts. Face the facts.
Perfect love removes all fear of death. And there is one fact that you have overlooked. God is love.
No.
Won't you come to the feast as well?
No,
Why not?
I am in chains. I deserve my sentence.
But if I make you free, you will always be free. Don't you know who I am? I am love.
But I have rejected love.
Do you really want to stay with death?
No,